his nature. And our Lord Yahushua spoke concerning this very matter, which brings me right here to the book of St. John, the 8th chapter, and the 44th verse. It says, ye are of your father, the devil. Yeah, and to set the stage here, this is pretty much our Lord Yahushua cursing out the wicked amongst Israel, those who was under the vibration of the Romans. And in that event, they wasn't willing to yield, hearken, or concede to the message of our Lord Yahushua, the truth. Well, guess what? That legacy is continued to this very day concerning those amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which when you're presented with this truth, you are not willing to fully commit. Why? Because you have made Esau your refuge. You have lodged within the nest of lies and deception and falsehood. And that's pursuant to the book of 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, around the 3rd verse, where the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believeth not. And that will apply to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. And this is that same generation who Yahushua is speaking to, and this is why essentially he made this statement again. It says, ye are of your father the devil, which is the so-called white man, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and in particular Cain. That was the first documented murder, if you will, in the scriptures. See, it says, and abode, and abode not in the truth. Now, when you go into that word abode, it translates to lodge, or to stay, or to dwell. So this man never dwelt within the truth. And that goes back again to Genesis, the 25th chapter, where this man was of the field, outside of the temple. See, it says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him, because there is no truth in him. So he's not built like that. It's not a part of the so-called white man's makeup. It wasn't woven in his fabric. It's not a part of his DNA to tell the truth. See, it says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Now, it's heavy when you go into that word own. Matter of fact, let's click on this word own real quick.
Strong's G 2398. Idios. Idios.
Yeah, and that would be the pronunciation in the Greek for this word own. And it says pertaining to oneself. Pertaining to one's self. One's own. Belonging to one's self. See that? So when we come to the conclusion that the so-called white man is the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of, well, it's based upon our assessing, examining this man's works of old, things pertaining to himself, things belonging to himself. And that method, when applied, proves that this man's rust is not altogether wiped away. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time I say shalom.